Welcome everyone to my Patreon page. I'm Tracy Mahan and I am here with Denise, and she's got a beautiful story about that heart art behind her. Okay, Denise.
All right.
I'm handing it over.
So I oftentimes go to the coast, and as I'm going to the coast, I'm usually thinking about things that I need to get answers for. And one of the things that happens for me is I tend to find sand dollars, lots of them. My largest time, I actually found 222 full sand dollars, which is pretty impressive and amazing, especially because people tell me all the time that they never find one.
Not a whole one, no.
Yeah. So 222 is my biggest. And so the one that inspired this behind me is I was going one day and really working through a situation. And what came of it is as I was walking, I was not finding any full sand dollars, but I kept coming upon the thought in my head of broken is still beautiful. And at that point, after a good half hour or so of that running through my head, I thought, I'm going to start picking up pieces of sand dollars that I keep finding because they are still beautiful. And so I did. And all of those that I found 2 full sand dollars that day as I was asking the questions and looking for answers. One of which had a small hairline crack in it, and then the other was full. Both of which are here, I'll see if I can show you. Both of which are in there right down towards the middle. Can you see it there?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got home, I was compelled to create this piece of artwork with all of the fragments of the shells. And underneath there is a saying specific to the situation that I was working through. And then all of it that I was created. And obviously this was about a relationship that I was dealing with. And what I found very interesting when I was completed is I stepped back and one side was more rounded and the other was more lineal. And that was also significant to the people involved in those situations.
Wow, I love this story.
Yeah. So I have one more I can share with you if you'd like.
Let's do it. Let's do stories.
Specific to finding signs and asking your questions. So again, at the coast, a very stormy, rainy day. Everybody else was home watching the Super Bowl, but I felt that I needed to be at the coast. So I went and I picked up sand dollars again as I was asking the questions, and they would appear as I needed the answers to what the questions were going on in my head. And when I got home, I never counted them until I got home. And I laid them all out, and I had found 46 of them, which was specific to the age of the person who I had been working through the questions in my head. And then I had also found 4 other shells, 2 of which were perfectly the same size and style, and then the other 2 fit within them. And I knew at that point that was a sign that was all supposed to be together. So I've put those all in a sacred box that I keep here in my home as well.
Oh, so the shells are actually very special and significant to you. It sounds like they have been for a long time.
They definitely have been over the last few years, specifically. I've always found sand dollars and full sand dollars, but they even more so now that I go to ask my questions and clear my thoughts. I will find them as answers, yes.
Wow, I love it. Thank you for sharing that, Denise. And thank you, everyone, for joining me here on Patreon. Hopefully we'll be bringing you lots and lots more videos, so enjoy. Bye-bye.